Hello, welcome back. 欢迎大家回到新的一期的podcast, Uma FM Uma podcast. Just kidding. I'm not going to talk in Mandarin, at least not the entire podcast for today. 今天我觉得有一些地方我们可以尝试用中文说，但是那个我有时候用中文表达一些想法，非常的觉得非常有点难，尤其是我没有在工作的时候，所以还是主要以英文为主。So apologies in advance if your first language is not English and you find it irritating. It's just slightly easier for me to talk in English, and I would try to speak a little bit in Mandarin as well today, but no promises. But yes, welcome back, and it's been a while. I have been really busy with trying to get myself back on my feet because I feel like I haven't been very, productive. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. I haven't been very productive, and I have been just in this sort of a personal slump, feeling like I can't get out. Trying to get myself back on my feet, especially work-wise. When you work as a freelancer, it can be very hard to find your pace, to be motivated. And ever since COVID-19, I have been a little bit easy on myself, and I'm usually not like that. And it really, I think the fact that I am not forcing myself hard enough is worse than anything else to me, because I think I just have this expectation for myself, and when I'm not meeting that expectation, or at least when I'm not trying to meet that expectation, I get quite disappointed with myself. But anyways, yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, trying to keep myself happy, to stay positive, to try not to be too depressed, because as some of you know, I'm clinically diagnosed with depression and slight anxiety, and I'm on medicine, but it's not something that I'm ashamed of. I think it's just part of me, and so I'm trying to still have it under control while getting some work done and having a good relationship with my friends and family. So, being adult is not fun at all. Nobody asked me if I wanted to do this, but I guess we have to. I want to... Yes, so we haven't talked to each other quite a while. And by the way, for this podcast, I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to add any music. And because when I do put soundtracks and music songs to my podcast, I can't upload them because of copyright. I can't upload them to YouTube. But with this one, I don't have the time to edit, so I'm just gonna pop this up on the internet and be and just let it be. So it's not very refined, and again, apologies in advance. It's not a very refined and fancy podcast today. I think in the future, in order to actually have something put up for you, I will probably have more of these type of podcasts on the channel. Hope you don't mind. At least we get to stay in touch. So yes, I feel like it's been too long, and again, loads has happened since the last time we talked, and there are so many things that we can talk about, but just a couple of things to update. First of all, a late happy birthday to our dear Uno Santa, who is doing well, I hope. I'm very happy to see him putting up and working very hard on some pieces, some of his personal dance videos that he created. The last one, oh my gosh, the last one he shot in, I think it was a hotel room. That one was utterly just so impressive, and well done, Santa. that was amazing. It's just the creativity in this guy's mind, and it's just so, it's unbelievable. I couldn't, there's no way you can point a gun at me. I can't think of something like that as creative as that. It's just amazing how he uses every move and every sort of props in that room and incorporate them into his dance. It's incredible. It's really brilliant. And if you haven't seen that, please do watch it. Not once, but like twice, 3 times, 4 times. It's really amazing. Well done, Santa. That was everything we needed, and I'm very happy with those videos that he made and filmed, designed, and sort of scripted by himself, because not only because there are truly masterpieces, but also because I'm sure, I can't speak for him again. I'm not Uno Santa. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I can't speak for him whatsoever. But based on my observation, I personally feel that he can't be enjoying every work or like every pieces of work he does with the group, with the rest of the people. There is sort of unavoidable limitation with all those, a lot of projects with the entire group. And when you are very good at what you do, which is dancing and a lot of artistic things, when you're really good at that and you're forced to sort of bring your standard down in order to be in a team, in order to work with the team, and it makes absolute sense, and I think everyone does that at work, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you do that for such a long time, sometimes it get quite depressing. You would feel like you're not I don't want to say shining. You're not giving everything you have, and it can feel like such a waste. But with those individual pieces, individual projects that he does, I'm very happy for him, because I'm sure he gets this sense of achievement doing those more personal individual works and projects, and I think he must have enjoyed that incredibly much, and I'm very happy that he gets to do that, and I really appreciate whoever gives him the chance to do so. So yes, that's one of the things that has been happening, and these days we're seeing more posts from Rikimaru himself, which is great. He looks like he's having a good time. He looks healthy, he looks happy, he's glowing, and that's all I know. That's all I need to know from him. Well done. You just be that beautiful yourself of you, and I'm so proud of you just for being happy, for enjoying yourself. It's not everyone can do that, honestly. I'm very proud of you for doing that. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and wherever you are in Japan, I hope you're enjoying your time. I hope you are, having some good quality of time with your family and friends. And we do hope to see you back very soon. And if that's not happening, that's fine as well. I can't help you. I wish we could, but we can't. But wherever you are, whatever you do, I just want you to be healthy and happy. This has always been my hope for the both of them. Honestly, I don't need anything from them, but knowing that they're well and happy, that's all I need. And yes, what else has happened to me? I have just finished watching a beautiful, heartbreaking, and horrifying and brilliant film called Perfect Blue. I do not remember the name of the director. I'm so sorry. I just searched for it, and now I just forgot about it. I'm so sorry. I don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna pause a minute. I'm gonna go check. Okay, I'm back. I just feel like it would be so disrespectful if I don't tell you the name of the director. It's Satoshi Kon. Yes, he's a genius. Oh my gosh. What the fuck was this? It was such a trip. It was I don't know how to describe it. I will not spoil anything. Will I? Maybe I will. I'm sorry, but if just in case I do, don't stop here and then go watch it, okay? Because it's something that you want to watch unspoiled. It's something that you wish you could watch over and over again for the first time, and unfortunately I can't, unless I get into a car crash and I forget everything. But obviously we don't want that to happen, you know. But it's what a masterpiece, and it gives you all the feels. It is just, I have so much I want to say, and I feel like I'm not smart enough or clever enough or informed or educated enough to sort of give a review. This is absolutely not a review. It's just a personal sort of a feedback or a personal feeling after watching this masterpiece. But yes, if you don't want to know any detail about this film, go watch it before you continue with this podcast. It was a wonderful piece by Satoshi Kon. It talks about a story of an idol, Mima, who quit being an idol in a girl group called Cham, and she went on to be an actress. And slowly, with the movie, we go with the film goes on. We go on this trip with her. It's sort of a downward spiral where she finds it more and more difficult trying to tell the difference or to separate reality and illusion. The way this whole thing is scripted, the way how it was filmed, it's incredible. It truly, you would find it hard to try to separate reality and illusion along with her, and that is scary. It's just so scary. And this film was made back in the, oh my gosh, I forgot again, in the 1997, when I was very young. It was filmed in 1997, but it is somehow incredibly relevant to our lives, to what we are going through now as a society, as a world, and it's timeless. It was definitely ahead of its time. The film itself, Satoshi Kon he's just a genius. I have no other word for him. So it is still very relevant, and that's why I think I like it so much, because it reminds me of so many things and just how I feel along the way since I fell into this deep hole of being a fan, being sort of an admirer of Uno Santa and Chikara Regimaru. And it reminds me of so many of those things, and I think it's nice to talk about it for a bit. So yes, so when I was still watching this film, when I hadn't even finished it, I thought of my experience when I went to Street Dance of China last year. So sorry, I'm just gonna. Should I switch to Chinese now? Yes, we could do Chinese. 就是这部电影，希望前面那部分你都听懂了，不好意思。这部电影，它让我在看的时候还没有看完的时候，我就想起来了，我在去年去浙街做决赛翻译的那个时候的，我当时有个感受，就是我们在那儿彩排，然后那个网球中心是非常非常大的舞台嘛。然后大晚上的在彩排，就已经半夜的样子，我就抱着我的笔记本，然后我就坐在观众席下面，靠的舞台特别近，因为那个时候除了工作人员就没有其他人了，然后就看着那些嘉宾在台上彩排，我就是也主要是去为了熟悉一下流程，然后我就看着大家在上面在彩排的时候，没有 有的可能没有带妆啊，就是戴着口罩或者戴着帽子在彩排。我当时看了很多个嘉宾结束之后，我当时最大的一个感想就是，我就脑子里突然闪现出一句话，就是 "I will make a star of you", or "I will make a star out of you"，就是造星这个词这个概念，我当时满脑子都是这句话或者说这个词吧，因为我就觉得 we're all human being and he or she is not much different from me. Fortunately or unfortunately， 就是 idol 或者明星这一个概念是我们人类塑造出来的一个东西，它就是一个概念而已，它从来不是一个人真正的身份，也或者说一个人完全的身份，它只是它只是一份怎么说呢工作。It is really hard to talk about my feeling or how I feel in Mandarin. Sorry. So yes, I was just saying that when I went to work as an interpreter for the finale of Street Dance of China last year, there was one night I was sitting in the stadium in the audience area, and I was just sat there and with my notebook in my hand, I was just waiting for the celebrities or those guests to finish rehearsing. And I was just sat there in this gigantic stadium in the middle of it, in the dark. It was in the middle of the night. Don't ask me, it's just how it works in the entertainment industry. They work till very late. And I was just sat there in the dark, and I look at the stage, this giant stage, and those human beings just standing there, rehearsing, talking to the director and everything. They were not dressed up, they were just in their casual outfits, and they were holding the microphone and they were chatting with the director and everything, and the spotlight shines on them, and I was just sat there in the dark, and there's only one thing in my mind, this one sentence, one phrase that came into my mind, and I thought, and that was, "I will make a star of you." And that's the only thing I could think of, because that was that moment I realized we're all the same, fortunately or unfortunately. We're all just quite the same. We're just all human beings, and except that you have a very different job than I do, and there is not much difference between them and I, and it's just a very interesting feeling. I was not happy, or I was not sad or angry or anything. It's just it just dawned on me that, oh, there are called celebrities, they're called idols, but they're just human beings, and a star is made. And I don't think a star is born. It's just a star, meaning a celebrity or an idol, is made. It's layers and layers of makeup. It's tons and tons of lights, spotlights, and a lot of heat, and a lot of packaging, and a lot of posts, and a lot of pictures and cameras and mics, and hours put into making them into a star, a celebrity, an idol. And behind all that is just a human being with 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, a nose and 2 ears. And it was very interesting. It was quite, I don't want to say daunting, it was quite revealing or enlightening in a way, because by then, when I was working there, I had been a Santa and Rikimaru fan for quite a few months, and it was a very intense journey. It was great. It was not always happy, but it was great, but it was a very intense journey. And that moment I realized one day if I ever get to see them at work or anything in person, I hope that I get to feel that. I hope that I get to feel that, oh, they're just human beings who are good at doing their job, and they're just very talented human beings. Because as much as they're now working as idols, I don't want them to be an alien. I don't want them to be inhumane. I want them to be human, because at the end of the day they are human. They can't just become another creature, and they should be treated as human beings with kindness and understanding and everything. I might just be getting ahead of myself. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's just very interesting. This film reminded me of that night, and of that phrase. And I watched an analysis video on YouTube by this channel called Super Eye Patch Wolf. Very interesting name, by the way. He made a wonderful video about Perfect Blue, with over 3 million views, and I encourage you to take a look at it. He's really good. So in his video talking about Perfect Blue, he talked about Avatar, the idea of Avatar. Basically how nowadays or even 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago, everyone has at least one avatar. We're not always who we really are. We put on a mask when we talk to anyone, even sometimes when we're alone in our own room. So, and on the internet, we sometimes have even more avatars, and we choose a very different picture from ourselves. We put ourselves on the internet, we put ourselves out there in this world. We try to be that avatar, but it's not always us, and there's nothing wrong about it. It's just we're all living in disguise most of the time. But I guess what matters is how you choose to live it, and who or which avatar you choose to have, and how you need to work very hard not to get lost in these avatars. And I think that's what really matters. And another thing this YouTuber mentioned in this video is, I'm going to quote him: "Everyone is an audience, and everyone is a performer nowadays." Unquote. And that was really well said. You remember how I said Perfect Blue is still very relevant nowadays, and I think this is one of the most important bit. That is, now we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have Bilibili, we have Weibo, we have Twitter, we have everything. And with a click, with a camera, with a phone and a microphone, with the internet, we could just upload everything, and everyone can be a performer, everyone can be a star, and everyone can possibly be an idol. But also at the same time, everyone is an audience. That really hits hard, this sentence. Yeah, I think we all want to be heard. I don't think there is one human being in this world who wants to be completely invisible, even though you're incredibly introverted. I am incredibly introverted, but that doesn't mean I don't want to be heard. That doesn't mean I don't have anything to say. And I think everyone sort of wants to be the center of the attention for once in a while, even just for half a second. And that's completely fine. It reminds me of how some in this journey of following or sort of being an admirer or fan of Santa Riki, we see whether you are a solo stan or you are a toxic fan, whether you're a CP fan, whether you like them both or hate them both or whatever. Every group of fans, there are some people with more followers, and sometimes I would see people saying from outside of that group saying, "Oh, you just want to be sort of an opinion leader of this group." In Chinese, I think they call it 大粉, which translating literally means big fan, but definitely not what it means in English, meaning you are a fan with more followers than average. And sometimes people look at them with a very mean intention, thinking that, oh, you just want to be famous and whatever. But the thing is, who doesn't want to be famous? Most people want to. Not in a way that, oh, I want to be a billionaire. Not in a way that I want to be the most well-known person in the world. No, it's just, it makes people feel good. It's just human nature. We like to be seen. We like to be known. I don't know anyone who doesn't like that, even though just for 1 second, half a second. We all want to be seen or heard. And even though, indeed, some of them I personally think are awful and just sort of really stupid, but I would never blame anyone who wants to be seen. Well, Uno Santa himself said he wanted to be big. He wanted to be famous. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I think everyone wants to say something, and everyone wants what they say to be heard. And that's absolutely fine. And sometimes it's not how, honestly, we can't control how many followers we have. We have more, we have less. There's no control we have over it, unless I personally remove those people following me. But yes, what was I saying? Yes, a performer. I like talking to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't set up a podcast. I wouldn't spend the time that I already don't have much to talk to people, because I want to be heard and I want people to know what I think. At least people who are reasonable. Please don't, if you're a toxic fan, please, I don't want to know what I think. I just leave me alone. I'm afraid of you. Okay. It's just such an interesting dynamic in this culture, in this sort of circles, or in this community where you can't do anything nowadays. Everything you do can be interpreted in a very, very malicious way. And I think that's really problematic. But again, I can't control anyone. And I can't say I'm surprised that this is how things are. Sorry, guys. My battery ran out on the recorder, so we're back now. Where was I? I don't remember. I was talking about how most people want to be heard. Yes. Yeah, it's a very weird dynamic that we have in this community. I was told that when I first became sort of enter this world of being a fan of sort of an idol, I was told by my friend that you're gonna see a lot of weird things. Nothing will make sense. And I just hope that I just wish that I could protect you from all of it. It was my friend who was talking to me. And now, a year later, I get it. Obviously I was hurt in the process, in this journey, sometime at some point, because not everyone is nice, otherwise this world would be perfect. It's just very interesting, and I learned a lot of things about people, but I think the good still outweighs the best. Sorry, what was I saying? The good still outweighs the worst. Yes, the bad. The good still I can't speak today. My sincere apologies. I sound like a stupid moron. the good outweighs the bad. I still think so, because I try to, in this journey, in this beautiful, interesting journey of being their fans, I try to bring everything to myself. What do I mean? What I mean by that is that every time I see someone filled with hatred, every time I see a hater, every time I see someone who's being extremely mean to me, I try not to be too bitter. Sometimes I do get very angry and I do sort of lash out on them, but most of the time, even if I do that, even if I do that, after I finish doing that, even after I finish lashing out, I still try to look at myself and say, what can I do to learn from it? What can I learn from this conversation? What can I learn from this mess? What can I learn from these horrible people filled with so much hatred? And I realized, okay, I should be kind. I should be kinder. I should have more self-discipline. I should be more careful with what I say. I should grow. And I should keep growing. I should keep learning. I should never think that I am smart enough. I should never think that I am better than anyone or everyone. And by doing that, it lessens a lot of the hatred. I try to understand why someone is bitter, why someone is so sad and angry, and I try to imagine how life must have been for them. Because if you have a perfect life, I doubt you would be so mean, honestly. So I feel sorry for those toxic fans, whether solo toxic fans or CP toxic fans. And yes, they do exist. I am surprised to even say that, but they do exist. I try to learn from them. I try to learn from the experience, and I try to be better. I'm in no way perfect. I am far from perfect, and there's so many things that I do not like about myself, and I lose control of myself sometimes. But I try to be better, and I think that makes the whole experience better as well. Yeah, the film, great film, and made me think a lot. And it also, lastly, one last thing about this film, it also reminded me a lot of my thoughts on the relationship between the audience, which is me as an audience, and the idols or the performers on the stage, which is Santa and Rikimaru. And I try to emphasize this, but sometimes some people, they just don't get the note that everything I say about them is only my personal opinion, and it has nothing to do with them. They don't know me in my real life. I don't know them in their real life. Maybe one day we will work together. That would be the only time we have any connection or interaction in 3 of our lives. And as much as I hope that will happen, it might never happen, and I'm very much aware of it. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that I might never know them in person. That's absolutely fine. We're just 3 individuals living on the same planet by chance. And I happen to know them, which is great. Nothing that I say, I hope to impact them. Nothing that I do should or will impact them. And I'm fine with it. I'm happily fine with it. And whatever I say is just whatever I think at the moment, and I try to share it, and I try to share positivity through liking them. And I hope that the positivity or the process of trying to better myself, the process of trying to learn, trying to be more educated in many topics. I hope that this process will bring me more friends. I hope this process will help someone out there. I hope this process will bring some of you joy. The two, even though there's only one person listening to this podcast, even though there is one person looking at my posts, that's fine. And as long as you get something nice out of it, my job is done and I'm happy. And that's always been how I look at my life, even without internet, even off this platform. Even when I'm only an interpreter and translator in my life, I always say I love my job, and that is mainly because I know that my work as an interpreter and translator has changed many people's life, and I have helped so many people with interpreting and translating, and that makes me feel useful. And that's the only reason why I chose to do what I do, and I'm so incredibly lucky to be able to do that. And I'm trying to do the same here in this journey. I don't have to do it, and I will still be happy even if I can't do it, even if I have 0 followers listening to me or reading my post. I will still be happily following them, watching every post they post, and I will still be happy. But knowing that I have some people reading what I write, knowing that I have some people listening to me, I am happy. I am happy to know that some people are willing to know me, and I'm willing to know them as well. And I am very, very grateful for that, to be able to know more people, to be able to be heard by some people, even if it's just one. And that's always been how I feel. So do I like the fact that I have listeners? Yes, I do. And I'm very, very lucky. I don't hate being heard, honestly. For God's sake, my job is an interpreter. My job is to be heard. And my job is to listen and to be heard. So it's a part of my gene, it's a part of me, for God's sake. But I never imagine, or I never mind that I have no connection with the two of them. I am not their family. I am not their mothers. I am not their sisters. And they have their own mothers and sisters who are responsible of taking care of them. They have their managers and everything. They have their companies. It's their life. And I don't want to change any of it. Do I hope things become even better for them? Absolutely. But do I think I can change it? No, it has nothing to do with me. All I'm here for is for a good time that I spend together. All I'm here for is to make friends and to know that there are good people out there, because I told you I am depressed. Sometimes I want to kill myself. And by knowing that there are people who understand me, who are willing to be my friends, it makes me feel better. And you have no idea how much this journey has helped me. I have made so many friends, less than 10, but still for me that's a lot. I've made so many friends that I can talk to when I do feel very depressed. I have made friends that I cherish so much, that I spend so much time together offline. And that is what it's all about for me, to support them the way I can, even though they will never know. I don't want to use the word love, because my love doesn't count at all, because they never know me, and they might never know, and that's fine. I just really like them. Honestly, love is a very strong word. Um, that's all it is about. I don't care about. I don't want to have that connection, if there is no connection at all. I'm babbling. I am repeating myself. I am a broken record. I am sorry. um, yes, I said I was going to talk in Mandarin a bit, but as you can see, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. My apologies. But yes, that's most of the things that sort of reminded me. No, that doesn't make any sense. That is most of the thing that I wanted to talk about after watching Perfect Blue. Thank you. And the last thing about Perfect Blue, I do hope Uno Santa will not go on and be an actor. If he does, show him this movie. Maybe he has watched it, and I hope, Santa, if you're listening to this, don't. You're too good of a dancer. But if you really want to be an actor, sure, I support you, and we still love you. Bless your hearts. But yes, that's mainly a joke. Don't attack me, toxic fan. I can't deal with this. I can't do this. And lastly, I would like to quickly talk about some of the hate comments that I got on the internet. Now, on Weibo, I blocked most of the toxic fans or any accounts that's sort of unreasonable, that is sort of being weird and extra mean, because with my depression and anxiety, I can't deal with drama. I am scared of drama. Please, I don't want to be in any drama. I am hella scared of it. If you hate me, just hate me quietly, and we never know each other, and that's fine. You can hate me, that's fine. I just hope that I am a decent human being. I just hope that I am a decent person, that I never really hurt anyone for real. And that's the only thing that I mind in this process. I will not forgive myself if I ever hurt anyone. And that's the only thing that I mind. And other than that, I don't care. I don't give a single darn about anything. That you hate the way I look, you hate the way I sound, you hate the way I speak different languages. Gosh, why would you hate that? Languages are beautiful. Why do you hate different languages? I don't care about anything else. Honestly, I have spent over 20 years in my life trying to figure out who I am, what I am. And I'm very critical of myself. I am very judgmental of myself. Trust me, you cannot possibly hate me more than I do. Okay? I hate myself in many different ways. Otherwise, I wouldn't be depressed. Trust me. Honestly, don't even try to compete me. Don't try me. I'll show you how much I hate myself. But I also love myself. I also love a lot of good things about myself. And so don't try to, just point fingers at me. I'm not going to change because of you. I'm going to change for good people in my life. If you're my friend and you love me and you want the best for me, I will change because of your construction. I can't speak. Because of your nice comments or suggestions, I might change for you. But if you just tell me how much you hate me, I wouldn't change for you. It doesn't work on anyone. You think about it. Logistically, if you tell someone you hate him or her, do you think he or she will change just because you hate them? No. The answer is no. 9. No. That's all the languages I know how to say no in. Okay? So, I get a lot of hate comments, but I sort of I blacklist most of these weird accounts. But still, once in a while, you will find some of the fish that didn't get caught in the net from before, but I happily blacklist them send them to the VIP room, that we don't have to see each other again. Here's the one thing I don't know about hatred. I don't understand about these haters. If you don't like me so much, why do you even spend your precious time telling me how much you hate me? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Time is precious. Do something that you enjoy. Go do it. The thing is, I do get very disturbed the moment that I was reading these comments. Sometimes, well, most of it, 99% of these hate comments doesn't make any sense. And I just feel like it's very entertaining. So thank you for that. But 1% of it sometimes makes a little bit sense. I can try to understand it. But still, why? Why do you think I should care? Why do you think that I should care about hatred? I love good things in my life. I like good people in my life. I just don't care. I'm sorry, I just don't care. But yes, some of the hate comments, they're very interesting, that I do sort of remember. I just want to sort of highlight them and talk to you quickly about it. Some of them, here is the latest ones that I read. They hate me. Now, again, in English, if your first language is not English, in English, hate is a very strong word. We don't, like in Mandarin, 讨厌 it's quite common. 讨厌 is like dislike. You can use that freely, but hate is very, very strong in English, and I don't suggest anyone using it liberally, But yes, some of these people, they hate me because they think I am, quote unquote, 圣母. In Chinese, 圣母, and that means, I think I just burped, I'm sorry. It means that you are a holy mother, like Mother Mary, meaning you love everyone. First of all, for someone, honestly, if you try to insult someone by calling them a Mother Mary, it just doesn't work. It sounds so much like a compliment. But anyways, even if you try to tell me that you think me being a Mother Mary is a horrible thing, so I don't like everyone. There's a reason why I am not Jesus's mother. I just don't like everyone. There are people that I really don't like in life. I just choose carefully. My recorder is really dying, so I'm gonna try to hurry this up. I don't like everyone. I'm sorry. I am not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus' mother. I'm neither of them. I don't like everyone, and I can't be a holy mother. I'm just not. And also, what is wrong with trying not to hate everyone? And some of those toxic CP fans, I can't believe they do exist, but they do. It was mind-blowing when I first realized that. But yes, some of them believe that if you do not hate everything or everyone else other than Santariki, then you don't truly love them. Honestly, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Does that make it doesn't make any sense. Listen, Linda, it doesn't make sense. How can you hate everyone in this world but them? How can you hate everyone in this world but your husband, your wife, your mother, and your father? It just doesn't work like that. I don't know what this accent is about, but it just doesn't work like that. Don't do it. Don't be silly. Please. Just, Jesus Christ. See, I'm calling for his help, but I'm not him. You can't just hate everyone but them. It's just not how it works. At least for me, in my mind, in my world, with the humble education that I get from my wonderful mother and father, it just doesn't work. It's not a nice thing to hate everyone but two persons. Just no. Okay, I really have to end this. So yes, I hate me if you like, but I just don't think it works to hate most people but two, okay? And last thing I would like to say is just that I try to be a good person. I am not perfect, but I try to be a good person instead of a good fan, whatever that means. There are so many rules for being a fan. They set up so many rules and regulations, like they're the United Nations. Like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this. How could you say that? What? I can't believe she did that. No, it's just, I don't know what it means to be a fan. This is my first time. I've never done it before. The only thing I know about being a fan is to be a good person first. And that's how I know it. I'm not a good fan. That's fine. 开除我的粉丝 or whatever. Just delist me from your community. I don't care. It's just, I'm not paid to do this. Honestly. All I care is that I am a decent human being. And the only person that can judge me, or he's not a person or whatever, is God. Or Holy Mother herself. Not you. A stranger on the internet. And last time I checked, last time I visited the church, he likes me decently. He doesn't think I'm horrible. I'm not yet going to hell, okay? But until the day he tells me I'm going to hell, I think I'm kind of okay. At least I try to be. I try to be kind. I try to do charity. And I try to be nice to people. I say thank you, please, and sorry. So here's a suggestion. If you want to take it, don't leave it, take it or leave it, whatever. I am running out of battery. Be a decent person before you be a fan, okay? Learn to be a human being. Learn to bring something nice to this world, however you can. And then do the rest. And be kind to your mother and say thank you to your mother and parents if they're nice to you. Some of them are horrible. Don't do that. Leave them. You deserve better. I'm not making any sense. I need batteries, and I don't know how I'm going to get batteries because my residential area is in a lockdown now. We're not doing very well these days with COVID. So wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, and thank you so much for listening to me talking about nonsense for the past almost an hour, I believe. My name is Vi, and on Weibo, my name is YotsuhashiYomogiHanabbi. And I really like Santa, and I really like Nikki, and I'm fine that they don't know me. I'm happy with that. And I have known so many friends in this journey, and I love them. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being my friends. Sometimes I can be very annoying, like today. Wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe. Wear a mask when you are out, and don't be too scared of this stupid virus. Just don't be too scared. Go on and live your life the best you can. And be kind and be nice and say thank you, say sorry, say please. And be happy. And that's all I want to say. I've got to go finish my translation. I love you loads, and stay cool, and I'll see you next time. Ciao ciao.